Hello everyone, in today's video I have the Kaba Gemini pluS. This is another high pin count lock from Kaba. This one has 15 pins arranged in 3 rows and is an upgraded version, obviously, of the original Kaba Gemini. Let's take a look at the key. We can see on the sides we have the standard Kaba fake sort of beatings with these elongated cuts. They're not easy to read. On top, of course, that's obviously 4 pins. On the left side we have 5 and on the right side we have 6. Now, just for comparison, this is the original Kaba Gemini key. This is the Gemini pluS. So what do we have inside? Or actually, let me just show you the housing. Pretty normal housing for €0.5. This is sort of like the core that is hidden inside of this housing, although nothing too interesting about it, but there is like a metal sleeve around it. So there's another way how to get this lock, but I would probably have to drill something out and slide this sleeve off. Many Kabas use this mechanism, but I actually got it the convenient, conventional, definitely not convenient way. And here's our plug. So we can see 4 pin chambers on the top. On the left side we have 5 and on the right side 6. The keyways, pretty much there's no wording in there. So wide open and no overmilling to speak of, or any chamber modifications. So what's new with this Kaba Gemini? Well, obviously the number of pins is the same, but we have new design of key pins and the drivers as well. So let's take a look at the key pins. So some of them, well, actually they are kind of pointy, as you can see. They have a really like a fine point, and obviously there's the T-shape, so they don't fall too deep, or they don't fall completely through the pin chamber. It's like one of the normal key pins, I guess. Some of the key pins, just grab this carefully, have very thin lip on the top that can get easily overset and even make you think that you are actually advancing in your pick, because you might even get a false set out of it. And some, especially those associated with zero lifts or min lifts, have a little spooling on top. You can see sort of 2 layers of it. So these are our new key pins. And drivers, some of them are standards, but, and that's the most important difference from the picking perspective, we have T-pins. And you already know what I think of T-pins. I actually hate them. So we have like I wanna get some nice focus, but we have like a step down. Hopefully you can see that. So it's not like a standard key pin, but there's a it's narrower on the bottom. So there's like a step down, and what that means from picking perspective is that you pick this in 2 stages, so they basically give you 2 clicks. And these narrower parts bind later in the pick. So you basically first you get this wider part over the shear, and you get or usually get all of these wider parts over the shear, and then you start setting these step down sections. So that can be pretty annoying, honestly, because once they are in this area, you have to, it's really, sometimes it's difficult to feel that they are binding, and you have to travel with the key pin a long way until you hit the driver, and the feedback interpretation might be kind of confusing. So T-pins, so this basically extends the time of the pick substantially. Anyway, let's talk about the picking strategy. So as you could see, we have a pretty open keyway in here. So what I did was I used this multi-peak champion tensioner. It's not completely a snag fit, but it's not required. You don't have to have like a very precise tension control. You have to use heavy tension. That's like my recommendation for most Kabas. So that's our tensioner, and to pick the side pins I used two MP flex. We have the MP4 and MP6. So, and I was of course using the back side of these flex to set them. And for the top pins, well, there was one binding really soon in the peak, and most of the side pins were not set at the time, so I couldn't fit a hook between them. So for the first one I used this very thin MP10 for one of the top pins, but later on when I had most of the side pins set and the rest of the top pins bound, I used this, I don't know the name because it's new, F60, so it's the 0.5 millimeter pick from Multipeak, one of the newer ones, but I think you could fit like even something thicker in there. So as I said, picking strategy, use heavy tension. Do not try to set anything that is not completely binding. So no presetting, no workarounds, basically. Just make sure that you are you are sure that you are actually trying to set a binding pin. As I said, the difference between a binding pin and a pin that is not can be really subtle, but jiggle test is your friend, of course. So springy pins, do not touch them at all, and pins that are binding, even under heavy tension, of course you set this. So it's a pretty systematic process, like most of Kabas, and sometimes you even have to drop a little bit of tension, but be patient because it might take you some time to set all of these, especially T-pins. But if you feel like you're not going anywhere, try to release some tension and maybe you will get further. So I think that is all I wanted to say about this lock. Well, the gutting process will be kinda awkward because it's not easy to gut this lock, but somehow, as you can see, I managed to do it. So not really enjoyable, but it was a challenge for me, so I wanted to cut this lock. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this lock picked. Okay, here we go. It works. Let's put some tension in and start with the side rows. So on the right side, I think on 1, 2, click out of 3, and feel something binding on the other side. So actually, I think it's 3 on the left, but I will just swoop flex. 1, 2, yes, 3, click out of 3, 1, 2, 3, and click out of 4 on the left. Okay, everything else seems loose on the left side, so back to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Everything feels pretty springy. So let's try the top row now. So maybe a little click on 1. 2 seems loose, so does 3. 4 is binding, I think. I dropped between the side pins, unfortunately. Okay, I think 3 and 4. Okay, click out of 4. I know that because I got a little bit of rotation. Okay, back to the side pins. 1 on the right, little click. Nothing on 2, 3. Springy, so it's 4, 5, and 6. Back to 1 on the left, 2, 3, 4, maybe I click out of 5, click out of 2, another click out of 5. Let's go back to the right side. Okay, click out of 1, maybe a little bit of rotation. Click out of 3 on the right, 4 is springy, so it's 5. Nice click out of 6 on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's go back to the left. Just one more check. Maybe a little something out of 4 on the left. And I guess that's it for now for the side row. So going back to the top. Two seems good, so that's 3 and 4. Okay, as per usual, it's difficult to get on these top pins in 3 row high pin count locks, but anyway, I think they're all fine for now. So checking the right row again, we click out of 6. Alright, and on the left side we have 1, 2, 3 is kinda weird. Okay, not gonna force him. We'll click out of 5. We click out of 5 again. Alright, and I felt a little rotation, so hopefully it's not an overset key pin. Okay, click out of 6 on the right, and we have an open. Okay, so T-pins. T-pins. Alright, now this will be interesting, I guarantee that, because getting this is not an easy task, so let's get ready. We have our tray, we have a coin, we have a special follower and key, and I guess that's it for now. So first, there is like a coin slot in here. You can unscrew this brass thing. So this goes out, and inside of that there's like some pieces of actuator that, yeah, it's just what connects the core itself with the actuator, I guess. So I'm just gonna extract whatever I can. Can I do this? Some fancy parts, but okay, I think I need to remove the core now. So we have a torque screw on the bottom in the Bible. So I'm gonna unscrew that. It's a surprisingly long screw. Actually, yeah, I was wondering like how the hell does this fit there. But yeah, now the core slides out. And the actuator. And this housing. Okay, so now we have this core. So basically there's like a sleeve around the core, and we have like a circlip in here that hopefully I can just pry off, yeah, like this. So don't even bother using your gutting wrench. For this you just sort of push it out through the middle section. Okay, this Betarang or whatever it is. And now, well, now it's gonna get interesting, So I do have this 3D printed follower. I will leave a link in the description. It was designed by Norlin, so thank you Norlin. But it needed to be a little bit filed, like you see this groove, because it's designed basically when you print it, you can put the follower in here, no problem, so you can see it fits real nice. But usually you've got things with key, so the key kind of sticks out, you see, so you need to accommodate for that with this groove. But I was filing and I was filing, but it did not go that well, I don't know. So this follower, like, it does not fit that well. It does fit because I already got it this lock once like this, but it was kind of scary, so I'm scared now as well. But what can I do? So I just rotate it a little bit, and hopefully with some force of will I will be able to push the core out. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. And okay, something fell. I don't know what was it. Okay, I just need to stay calm now. Okay, I see it. So this is safe, perfect. And this is keeping one on the top. So we can, I guess we can put the top row in the top. I don't want to cut the top row first, but I guess I will, since this guy fell out. But I don't want to do that. Actually, I will cut the left row. So top row will be on the top, left row will be in the middle, and the right row will be on the bottom. I'm just saying this so I can remember that. Well, look at that now. This keeping is just, it might help if I remove the key. Maybe it will actually, okay. So this was, okay, this was 2 on the left. That fell out, and 1 is here. Perfect. Now 3 on the left. Can you, like, you know, buddy, I go out. Oh fuck. What is this? What is this? Okay, this is a long pin. And, oh well, I'm not sure. Ah, okay, so actually 2 of the top pins fell out. One is longer, one is shorter. So the longer one will be number 2, because I know there's like a low lift, and this will be 4 because there's like a high lift. Okay, so moving on with our stressful gutting. So we want to get number 3 from the left. Okay, there it goes. Number 3 from the left. No, it wasn't number 3 from the left. What the hell was this? I have actually no idea. Okay, I guess it was 1 from the right. How the hell did this fall out? Alright, so 1 on the right, I guess. I still have 3 hit pins on the left side. That's fucked up. Okay, so what if I just use this, flag to push this out? I should have done that sooner. Okay, 3 on the left just dropped. 3 on the left, and I'm just gonna go ahead and keep using this flag, because I can. Okay, that's 4 on the left. This is definitely not how I envisioned this gut, and it's only keepings. Okay, so 3, okay, keeping 3 from the top wants to go out. So we'll grant his wish. So so at least I don't have the top row to worry about now. And number 5 on the left, so there's really not much to fuck up now. Or is there? Okay. Alright. Oh boy. So 5 on the left. Okay, perfect. So now this should be easy since we only have the right side. So okay, so 2 on the right. 2 on the right. And 3. And 4. And 5. Okay. And 6. Okay, so that was just keepings, but in theory this follower should allow me to get this in an elegant way, so hopefully it will work. So I have like this long slot in here, right? And I should be able to like in a controlled fashion remove the. So I'm gonna start on the right side, but this is actually the back of the lock, right? So actually I'm gonna speed this up, but hopefully I won't fuck up anything. Okay, so okay, believe it or not, I actually managed to get the lock. Well, it was really stressful. Honestly, not recommended, but maybe if the follower, maybe if I kind of filed it better, or I don't know, it would be better, but still, I hopefully I can reassemble it and never do this again, because yeah, that was kinda painful. But I didn't lose anything. It looks like I mangled one spring a little, but that shouldn't be a problem. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Let me just give you a close-up on the pins without actually losing any of them. That would be really bad. Okay, so we have 6 plus 5, 15 pins in here, all in place. And yeah, so I guess that's all for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I will be seeing you very soon with the next video. Have a nice day, and see ya.